me, Miss Borek, and I'm back. Today I'm going to be reading chapter 3 of our book that we have been reading called Vacation Under the Volcano. It is a part of the Magic Treehouse series. I hope that you have been following along, and I'm so excited to get started today. But before we do, remember, we always read with a purpose, and today's purpose is to expand our vocabulary. Today we are going to be learning some new or hard or difficult words, whatever you want to call them. I don't care, as long as you learn new words. I'm watching you. If you have not already done so, hit the pause button, grab your journal, grab a pencil, and let's get started. Make sure you copy down that question. What are some difficult or new words in chapter 3? And we're going to circle map, guys, because we're just going to brainstorm all of the words that we have found, or that we do find, in this chapter that are hard or new or difficult for us. Maybe we know what they mean. Maybe we didn't know how to read them. Maybe we don't know what they mean. Maybe we can't read them. Whatever it is, write them down. And your quick write today will be to define or find the definition, meaning of the words, and then tell me on Google Classroom. If I'm not your teacher, you can just find the definitions of these words and write them in your journal. Let's get started. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you guys. Today's chapter 3, Magic Treehouse, Vacation Under the Volcano, is called Gladiators. Do you know what a gladiator is? If you don't, you should probably write that on your thinking map, because that is a new or hard word for you. Gladiators. You can sound it out like this. Gladiators. Stretch and blend. That's also a cafe strategy. I hope you're still doing those. Let's get started. Jack and Annie hid behind a fruit stall. What's a stall? Do you know? Maybe you should add that, huh? They waited for a moment. Then they peered around the corner. Do you know what the word peered means? I hope so, because that was the word of the day. Yep. I don't see her, said Jack. Who was she? Asked Annie. I don't know, but she looked nuts to me, said Jack. What's the book say about her? Said Annie. She won't be in here, said Jack. Just look, said Annie. Jack sighed. That could be a new word for you. Do you know what the word sighed means? Jack sighed and pulled out the book again. To his surprise, he found a picture of the old woman, and he read aloud. In Roman times, there were people who could see into the future and warn others about what they saw. These people were called soothsayers. Soothsayers. Write that down, because I'm guessing you do not know what a soothsayer is. And guys, listen carefully, because I might give you the definition in the next couple sentences. See? She wasn't nuts, said Annie. She was giving us a warning, just like my nightmare. Ugh, don't pay attention to that stuff, said Jack. Soothsayers are from olden times. We don't believe in those in our time. Well, I do, said Annie. I'm sure something bad is about to happen. Jack sighed. Ugh. Come on, we have to keep going. We have to find the lost library. Then we'll leave at once. That means we'll leave right away. As soon as we find it, we are out. We'd better, said Annie. They left the fruit stand and kept walking through the forum. Soon they came to a large building. Crowds were streaming in and out of it. Is that a library? Said Annie. Let's look, said Jack. He looked in the Roman book. He found a picture of the building, and he read aloud. Most people in Pompeii did not have a bathtub at home. What? Most people did not have a bathtub at home? How did they take a bath? Most people in Pompeii did not have a bathtub at home, so they went daily to the public baths. Not only did people wash at the baths, but they also swam and played sports and visited with their friends. What? They visited with their friends while taking a bath? at the public bath? I am so glad I do not live in ancient Roman times. Awkward. That sounds like going to the pool, said Annie. But it's not a library, so let's keep walking. They kept walking until they soon came to a fancy building with large columns. Do you know what columns are? We kind of do from math, right? See if you can see some columns in this picture. If not, if you don't know what that word means, you might want to write it down. They kept walking until they saw a fancy building with large columns. Is that a library? Asked Annie. Jack found a picture of the building and he read aloud again. The people of Pompeii believed that many gods and goddesses ruled this world. This is the temple of Jupiter, their chief god. In this temple, they prayed to Jupiter and offered him gifts. Today, we call the stories about Jupiter and other gods myths. Do you guys see those columns? Here they are. My teacher read myths to us, said Jack. I remember stories about Hercules and Apollo. Yeah, my teacher read them too, said Annie. I like stories about Venus and Medusa. Have you guys ever heard about those two? Yeah. Those are called myths. Hey, maybe the stories we're looking for is a myth, said Jack. Right, said Annie. Come on, hurry. Let's keep looking. Right, said Annie. Oops, I just read that. I'll just read it again. Right, said Annie. Come on, hurry. Let's keep looking. Blah, blah, blah. They left the forum and turned into a wide street. Jack gasped. Do you know what the word gasp means? If not, you better write it down. Gasp. Gasped. Jack gasped. In front of them was 8. No, that's not what it says. Let me back up and read again. In front of them was an incredible sight. Tall warriors with huge muscles were walking in a line. They wore fancy helmets and carried heavy shields. Do you guys see that? See? Fancy helmets, heavy shields. Okay. Soldiers, thought Jack. Then he saw that the warriors' feet were chained together and guards walked with them. Gladiators, he whispered. That must be why this chapter is called Gladiators. They meet some gladiators. Okay, that's the end of that chapter. The next page starts chapter 4. And you guys, I think stuff's about to get real because chapter 4 is called Scary Things. I hope you're ready. When am I going to get to the volcano? Maybe next chapter? I'm going to take a peek at the table of contents and see if I can kind of predict when the volcano will erupt. The end is near was chapter 2. Gladiators is chapter 3. Scary Things is chapter 4. Books. OM goodness, guys. Chapter 6 is called The End is Here. I'm looking at the table of contents. And then the next chapter, guys, oh my goodness. Chapter 7 is called The Sky is Falling. Ooh, I can't wait to read those. I hope you're excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. And I hope you learned some new words and you are biggering and bigger in your brain, like the Lorax says. I also hope that you are expanding your vocabulary because that's what good readers do. And you're a great reader. I know you are. So make sure you're looking up these words that you wrote down. Whether it was gladiator or soothsayer or side or peered, write them down. Look them up. With your parents' permission, you can ask Google. If not, you'll have to use a good old-fashioned dictionary, friends. If you don't have one, you might ask your parents how you can do this assignment. You might need their help. That sounds exciting. I love working and helping with my family members. Working? I do like working them, but I also like working with them. All right, friends, thank you so much for reading along with me. Answer this question. If I'm not your teacher, write it in your journal. I'm watching you. Not really, but I just always say that. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you. And I can't wait to learn. Oh my golly. Okay. I can't wait to learn all the words that you just learned, all your new and difficult words. I'm so excited. I'll see you later. Bye.